What's up, everybody? Today we have a special episode of Dirty Rice Garage, and we are going to be comparing, contrasting, and racing a Porsche Macan GTS and an Audi SQ5. We will start here with my wife's 2018 Porsche Macan GTS. This car, new 2 years ago, retailed for about $80,000. This one just over 80, and far out of the realm of the Audi SQ5. But as a used CPO vehicle, this car falls right into that same tier, and also comes with an unlimited mile warranty for 2 years past the original factory warranty. The Macan has been around here in the United States since 2015 after the massive success of the Cayenne, and is now Porsche's #1 selling model. Powered by a twin-turbo 3-liter V6, this car makes 360 horsepower and 369 foot-pounds of torque. Power gets to the ground by Porsche's legendary PDK transmission and standard all-wheel drive. Looking inside the Macan, you'll notice it's not extremely large, but it's certainly bigger than any standard hatchback, but not quite as big as the SQ5. We'll see that in a minute. However, Porsche's last generation button layout and infotainment is equipped in this one. Lots of buttons, confusing to some, but every button does have a function, and it works quite well. The newest Macan models have a slightly wider screen, however they still retain this button setup. Looking into the cluster here, you have 2 analog gauges on the left and a configurable screen on the right. Backseat room is fine. It's not great, but for a car this size, I think it's adequate. Looking into the trunk here, it's big enough for our 75, 80-pound Dutch Shepherd, and it does the job. The sloped roofline certainly takes away from the cargo area room, but the seats do fold flat. One of the best things about this car has got to be how it sounds. Just take a listen here. So we recently got this Audi SQ5 as a loaner while my allroad is being serviced, and I figured what a better opportunity to do a review on it since we have them both. I wouldn't call these cars to be in exactly the same class or tier, but they are very similar as far as specs go. So we went over the Macan earlier. As for this SQ5, it does have a turbocharged 3-liter 6-cylinder engine with 349 horsepower, 369 foot-pounds of torque, very similar to the Macan. The price point of this one, as it is spec'd, is about $62,000. Biggest thing is it does not have the adaptive air ride suspension like the Macan does. But other than that, it very similar as far as performance goes. Handling is a little bit less compared to the Macan. This just doesn't handle like a sports car does. It still feels like you're in an SUV, but still overall very fun to drive. Very, very good car to be in. So They don't know it, but thanks Audi Mechanicsburg for lending us this car. The exterior, extremely similar to a regular Q5. This one obviously has the S silver mirror caps, little bit of badging, but really not all that different. If you saw this on the road, most people probably have no idea that they're looking at an SQ5 compared to a regular Q5. One of the biggest gripes that I would have, that most people have, is fake exhaust tips. So Audi has always put quad exhausts on all of their S models, and for some strange reason they didn't on the SQ5. The 2021 models do have quad tips, however this is a 2020 model and it just doesn't. So let's see if we can get under here and look at the exhaust. There it is. What the heck? But it still sounds pretty good, I must say. Now, this car does do that thing where it amplifies the sound of the engine and exhaust on the inside, but whatever, it sounds pretty cool. Cargo space, about the same as the Macan here. Rear seating space is where you're going to gain as far as comparing this to the Macan. It is slightly larger in the back. The seats recline. Not a hell of a lot bigger though. Front seats here. I really do like these seats compared to the regular Q5 seats. Nice and bolstered. Very similar to my S4 with Alcantara inserts. This one, being a 2020 model, has the last generation of Audi's infotainment with the fixed screen here and the regular kind of buttons. These are kind of like a touch button. When you get close to them, it changes the screen a little bit. This one does have virtual cockpit as well, which is always really nice. Anyone familiar with virtual cockpit, it's about as good as it gets as far as instrument clusters go. Now, when comparing motors, these motors are very similar. They make very similar specs. Here is the Audi SQ5 engine. Kind of odd they didn't put anything over this computer ECU here, but that's what they chose to do. Now, this Audi SQ5 will go 0 to 60 in like 5.1 seconds, which is pretty, I mean, it's good, no doubt about it, it's fast, but it doesn't start with a 4. So the Macan GTS, with very similar specs, they say this will do 0 to 60 in about 4.5, so about half a second faster. And I would say between driving these two vehicles, you can feel that half second. The Audi SQ5 weighs about 150 pounds more, but I think it probably comes down to the Porsche PDK transmission. Alright, so I couldn't get Jesse to race me, but I got my brother-in-law, who's right behind me in the SQ5. We're gonna come up here to a stretch of highway in a minute. Hopefully we can get some of this traffic to back down. can do some pulls, should be right up here, but we'll see. SQ5 pulled on me. Wow. Did not expect that. I was in third gear there. Maybe I should have been in second. Pop off this exit up here and turn back around. quite surprised. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm impressed, Audi. Dude, that thing pulled.
This?
Yeah. I was like, oh shit.
I was out. I was out. I was like 130 some miles an hour.
Yeah.
That one's quick though.
Well, yeah, but when we're at 60, it won't let me downshift to second. Were you in second?
I don't even know. I was at 5,000-6,000 RPM.
It wouldn't let me go
So I was,
past like 4.
out. That's why.
Yeah.
Because, well, you've noticed at the end there, that second pull, you were starting to catch up.
I was.
You were gonna
yeah.
pass me. If there was no one else out there,
yeah.
if you went to the end of where these cars could go, you would have passed me on that.
Yeah, I think so.
Been faster.
Yeah.
This thing is quick, though. It's fast out the gate. That thing sits, like, I'd get up there and I'd downshift in as far as I can downshift into to get into the 60. And then from there, it like instantly jumped up to 100.
Yeah.
It's like instant.
That wouldn't let me do it. It's more linear.
Yeah.
That one's just so jerky.
It's a sport, dude.
It's that sport.
Well, if that was a sport, that would fuck that up.
If that was a turbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Yeah.
up. And that's fast too.
Yeah.
Even when we're sitting at the light, yours I think's faster from the
Off the
jump.
line.
Off the
yeah.
line, that one's faster than that one.
Well, this one does 0 to 60 in 5.1. That does 0 to 60 in 4.5.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Because when we were at the last stoplight there, I wasn't going to catch up to you. I'd catch, I think, the middle.
Your middle power band is better, I think.
One.
Yeah. This is
that a
low
4?
and top.
Is it a 4?
That's a 6.
6?
This is a twin turbo. That's why that has that top end, probably.
That's why that's so fast.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was. There you have it.
I was like,
The SQ5 wins.